Hello YouTube. If you remember, I put this USB module on a large 4-cell series lithium bank, and I worked out that it'd be roughly about 20 amp hour. Well, it's had its first full charge. Well, say full charge, it's not actually fully balanced yet, and it's taken 18.5 amp hour. So I am reasonably pleased with that. If I go over here, you see that not all cells have reached 4.2, whereas the first string have, the first set of parallel cells. So that's more than good enough to get me going for now. I will fully balance charge this another weekend, but the sun is out, so that's why I've decided to charge it today. The battery protection, which is the cheap BMS, has actually kicked in, and I know it's kicked in because the little red light on the buck converter with the USBs on has actually gone out. So it does work, it has worked, but the problem is now I've put charge into it. I've actually put charge into it via the leads at either end. It hasn't actually reactivated the BMS type unit. If I try charging the lithium cells through the BMS output side, it doesn't like it. It doesn't pick up the cells. It picks up the cell voltage through the balance leads, doesn't pick up a voltage through here, so it doesn't charge. Instead, to reactivate it, I have to do something a bit dodgy, and there must be another way to do this, and I might actually have to add a couple of leads coming out to either some terminal posts, although that's quite an expensive way to do it. Limited on terminal posts, because I need to sort of kickstart that BMS unit, and the easiest way I've found to do that in the past is actually just to put the crocodile clips onto it and give it a boost via a different setting on the SkyRC, the iMax B6 Mini or the iMax B6. Works on all of them, even the older type is just the iMax B6. That is actually a clone. Actually all my iMax B6s are clones, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. So I'm just going to set up the leads and show you this working. This will be a fairly short video, so okay, here we go. So I select the NiCad battery program, and I've attached my leads to, come on, focus. I've attached my leads to P plus and P minus. I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to start the NiCad thing. There it goes. And the red light comes back on. And then I can just disconnect my leads, and we are away. So, gotta find something to plug into it now. So now the red light is permanently on. The BMS is now reactivated. I've plugged in this little cheap blue USB lead, which goes to my little lithium was it TP4056 or something like that, charger board, and a cheap lithium cell, and it's now working. If I unplug that, it will now go off, and now it's ready to continue servicing all my phones, my tablet, my internet box, and then all my various 5-volt appliances. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. It seems to work quite well. I might have to add a couple of ports so I can do this without having to open the lid and shut this down sort of permanently. As with most of my projects, I haven't actually got around to sort of finishing this one off. I think I might add a couple of cells to the middle two sets of cells, because the first and last in the string are still showing 3.7 and 3.6, whereas these are going down to the 3 volts, which triggers the BMS. So we've got 2 weak sets, so I might add in the future a couple more in parallel out here on well, have to be on leads because there's no space here to fit anymore, and that will give me the opportunity to keep this pack fairly balanced. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Although having to activate this each time through the NICAD setting on the IMAX V6 is a bit inconvenient. I'm not after convenience here, I'm after sort of functionality. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. I'll do another video on this, maybe when I do some modifications, but for now it's perfectly serviceable for me. So that is it. Shut that down. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment and rate, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.